I'm gonna check my calories that I'm eating. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna do my workout. I'm gonna read a book so I'm mentally sharper than what I need to be, right? I'm gonna do these things, not because I want to, but because the people that depend on me need me to. This ultimately came because on December the 31st, New Year's Eve, I'm in the car with my daughter Christian, we call her Sissy, and I asked Christian and I said, Sissy, what's your New Year's resolution this year? And she goes, I want to be a little more consistent. And I thought to myself, it's a little depressing. I said, well, what do you mean by that, Sissy? She goes, I just need to be more balanced. I need to have a Christian life that I'm more consistent in, have a balance between work or school, which is her work, and life. And so it was sad because I'm like, gosh, my 16-year-old daughter already knows what that pressure feels like. So I went on to tell Christian, I said, sugar, for you to be consistent, you gotta be disciplined. For you to be disciplined, you gotta have some focus. And for you to have focus, you've gotta have a vision. So what's your vision? And I wanna make sure that I'm clear with you. We should not substitute the word goal for vision. Because vision is the why, your goal is the what. Too many times we fail ourselves when we lay out a goal and then our own personal desires get in the way of that. The desire to sleep, even though you know you should get up and go do that workout that you promised yourself that you were going to go do. Or that desire to say no to that particular financial purchase that you wanted to make because you wanted to get your budget back in line, but you went ahead and made it anyway. Or that devotion that you didn't do, even though you knew you should have spent some time with God. Sometimes our personal desires get in the way of our personal desires. And I think it's because we're not focusing on the vision aspect of the goal. Because the goal is ultimately a roadmap. When you hit those goals, those are milestones that should be celebrated. But it's really the thing that we're using to get us to our vision. So how do we create a vision? And in my opinion, there's three things a vision should do to pass a test, to say that's a vision that I can then start linking goals to. The first one is you need to have clarity. You need to be able to taste it, see it, touch it, on what you want your life to look like. It's got to have clarity. You've got to know where you're going. You've got to be able to see it. But more importantly, you've also got to be really, really honest with where you're at right now. The second thing your vision needs is it needs to be timeless. It needs to be resilient. It needs to not be changed because of technological changes within us or within our country, political changes, environmental changes. It needs to be something that can be steadfast, that you can continue to look upon and say, that's still true. That's still what I want. The last thing that it needs is it needs to be a just cause. It needs to be something you're willing to sacrifice for, that wakes you up and gets you out of the bed to allow you to reflect on your day at the end of the day to say, I lived a little closer to what my vision is. A just cause means that you can't be the cause because you've been letting yourself down for years and years and years. So let me give you an example of a vision, and I'm going to be vulnerable enough to share 3 of mine. To live a healthier lifestyle that allows me to feel good about my daily decisions and not be held back on the mental and physical activities that I want to do with my friends, family, and grandchildren. People, I don't even have grandchildren yet. And I'm out there doing my thing, and I'm thinking of them. I'm thinking about walking around Disney, making sure my knees don't hurt, making sure I can still swing them because they won't pop to do that, right? I'm thinking about this stuff and going, my gosh, this 45-pound weight is a lot, but that means I can swing my kid while he's like, or my grandkid when they're like 1 year old. By the time they get to 2, I've already too weak to be able to do it, right? Like these kind of things run through my mind. I'm clear on it, and that goal's not going to change. Well, now I can start, that vision's not going to change, so now I can start attaching goals to that. I'm going to check my calories that I'm eating. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do my workout. I'm going to read a book so I'm mentally sharper than what I need to be, right? I'm going to do these things, not because I want to, but because the people that depend on me need me to. The second one is to lead my family in a manner that without boast, but through my actions and interactions, both public and private, know that I'm a man of God. And that's really important to me. And I don't want to go out there beating my chest. I want to go in, what I want is for my children to walk in and see that I was doing my devotions. Not because I was in the living room doing it, but because I happened to be alone, private, and they happened to walk in. And that's going to speak something to them about their father. I want to live a financially balanced life where my family sees through my actions that the true value of money is not in things bought and acquired, but in lives invested into and the memories made. I've got some great toys, and we go on some great vacations. But it's not because I'm trying to acquire these things for any other reason than to create moments with my family, because you never know when you're going to go to some random basketball game or be sitting there watching a sunset on a boat or be sitting in a vacation and you have this moment with your child or with your spouse that you're living for, that you will hold on to as one of your most precious memories for the rest of your life. So I want them to see there is a balance. It's okay to go buy some things, but not because we're just trying to acquire them for our own good, but because I'm trying to create opportunities to spend time with you. These are some of my visions, and they will stand the test of time. And they're just, and they're clear. I know exactly what I want. So what I want to encourage you to do, if you seem to let yourself down on your own goals, I want you to take a moment at some point in the not distant future to think about the vision, think about the why. See if you can get it to pass those 3 tests so that it gives you the why to get up out of the bed and live the life that you want to live.